Exercise 5.5 problem 10 discussion. Find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of the straight line segment joining the points 3, 4 and minus 1, 2. So we are asked to find the perpendicular bisector, right, of the straight line segment joining the point. So there is a line segment joining this point and we are asked to find the equation of the perpendicular bisector. Okay, so what will happen? So using this point and this point, you can find the midpoint, right? Anyway, before that, I'll draw a simple sketch. So I think that this will be very clear. So this is point A34, and this is B, which is minus 1, 2. So we have to find the equation of CM, which is a perpendicular bisector of AB. So the M is a midpoint of AB, and through M, draw a line perpendicular to AB. That is CM. So this is the line for which we have to find the equation of the straight line. Okay. So now how will we do it? We know A, you know B. You can find the coordinates of the midpoint. Right. Once you know this, and also you know the slope of AB. Right. So when you know the slope of AB, you can calculate the slope of CM. Right. Because the product of the slopes for perpendicular lines is minus 1. Suppose the slope of this is 2. So the slope of this will be minus half. Am I right? So that's how we will be able to calculate the slope of CM. Now for CM you have the slope and you also have one point. Use the slope point form and get the equation of the straight line. Okay. So let's see how it is done. Given points, 2 points are given, 3, 4 and minus half. We are asked to find the equation of the perpendicular bisector. The slope of the line AB can be calculated using the 2-point form, right? So this is x1, y1, this is x2, y2. Using these 2 points, we can calculate the slope of the line AB. Then, using this formula, m1, m2 equal to minus 1. That is, 2 lines when they are perpendicular to each other, their product equal to minus 1. So using that, you can calculate the slope of CM. Right, you know the slope of AP which we calculated here. Let's say that's m1. So m1 into m2 equal to minus 1, or m2 will be equal to minus 1 by m1. Right, so this way we'll be able to calculate the slope of CM. Next, the midpoint m can be calculated using the midpoint formula. In that case, this is x1, y1 and this is x2, y2. So using these 2 points, you can calculate the midpoint. Once we know the point m and we know the slope of CM, we can calculate the slope point. The equation of the straight line CM using the slope point form. Okay. Right. Next. So the steps are: let the points be A, which is 3, 4, and B, which is minus 1, 2. The midpoint M of AB is given by the formula M xy equal to x1 minus see, it's actually, anyway, it doesn't matter, x1 plus x2 by 2 and x2 y1 plus y2 by 2. I've written it as x2 plus x1. It's the same, right? It's x1 plus x2 by 2 and y1 plus y2 by 2. Okay, so the next step will be using the points A and B in the slope equation y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Calculate the slope AB. So this is x1, y1 and this is x2, y2. So using these 2 points, calculate the slope of AB. Right? Then, now we have the slope of, now we have the slope of AB. So then we can calculate the slope of MC using this principle, m1 into m2 equal to minus 1. Am I right? Because these 2 lines are perpendicular to each other, so their product of their slopes equal to minus 1. So if this is 2, this will be minus half. So that way we will be able to calculate the slope of MC. Now we have the slope of MC and we also have one point on the line, which is point M. We use the slope point form, y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1, and calculate the equation of the straight line. Okay, so what I suggest is you pause the video here and try to work this problem on your own, and on completion please come back and check your working with our solution. Okay, let the points be A is 3, 4 and B is minus 1, 2. And the midpoint of AB is M. The diagram is given here, right? This is point A, this is point B, this is the midpoint, right? And you can calculate the midpoint using the midpoint formula, right? And before that, we will calculate the slope of AB. So what's the slope of AB using the 2-point form? Y2 minus Y1 divided by X2 minus X1. So this is X1 Y1 and this is X2 Y2, right? So then substitute that slope of AB will be Y2 minus Y1, that is 2 minus 4. 2 minus 4 or 4 minus 2, it doesn't matter, because the only thing is that you have to go in the same direction, right? If we do it from this point minus this point, we will have to follow that for X also. So 4 minus 2 divided by 3 minus of minus 1, that is 3 plus 1, right? So that is 4 minus 2 is 2 and this is 3 plus 1 is 4. So 2 by 4, that is equal to half. Okay, so then slope of the required line is negative reciprocal of this value. So that will be minus of the reciprocal of half is 2 by 1, right? So minus of 2 by 1, that is minus 2. You can always check minus 2 into half. When you multiply, you will get minus 1. The product of these slopes of perpendicular lines is equal to minus half. M1, M2 equal to minus 1, right? So basically, if you want to find a perpendicular line, it is minus 1 divided by this slope. That when on reversal, inversion, it will come as minus 2 by 1. Got it? So now we have the slope of line MC. And now we need to calculate one point on it. The point is M. M is the midpoint of AB. Using the midpoint formula, x1 plus x2 divided by 2 and y1 plus y2 by 2, you will get that equation. So that is 3 minus 1 divided by 2 and 4 plus 2 divided by 2. So this is 3 minus 1, that is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So the midpoint is M. So now for the line CM, we have the point, 1 point on it, and we have the slope as minus 2. Right? So use the slope point form. Slope point form is y minus y1 equal to M into x minus x1. So equation of MC will be y minus y1. y1 is 3. Okay, mine equal to my M. M is minus 2 into x minus x1. That is x minus 1. Right? Now you simplify this. Y minus 3 is equal to minus 2x plus 2. So that's equal to 2x plus y minus 3 minus 2 equal to 0, or 2x plus y minus 5 equal to 0. So this is the equation of the straight line. You got it? So the way we are doing it, we are finding the slope of this line AB. From there you are finding the slope of MC. Using the principle, the slope product of the slopes of perpendicular line is M1, M2 equal to minus 1, right? Then you are finding the midpoint of AB, which gives us 1 point on the straight line. Now we have 1 point on the straight line and we have the slope. Thereafter, use those information in the slope point form, y minus y1 equal to M into x minus x1, and calculate the equation of the straight line. Okay. So I hope I made this clear for you. If not, please go through this video one more time. It will become clear. Thanks for watching this video.